Okay, in this video tutorial I will show you how to set up a Linksys IP phone, SIP phone, or you can use a Cisco protocol, which is a skinny protocol. Alright, so basically what I'm gonna show it to you, this is the physical layout of the SPA 942. Okay. When you turn on this IP phone, you have to go to the setting. Okay, you have to go to the setting and look for the IP address of your phone. The IP address of your phone, usually get it from the DHCP. Okay, so if your organization set up a DHCP server, this IP phone will get an IP address from there. Therefore, you need to go to the setting and then go to scroll down and look for number 9. Okay, here, go to scroll down. This is the setting button, and scroll down and select number 9. On the network, press select. Write down your IP address of your phone here. For example, you may get 192.168.31.30. Okay. Then in the browser, you need to open your browser and type this IP address /admin/advance. Okay. You can also create a shortcut if you like. Okay, you can go to new shortcut, right click on the desktop, select new and shortcut, enter the URL address there and follow the instruction. Okay, and you can name the shortcut Linksys SIP phone. Remember, the IP phone configuration is using web-based. Okay, so everything is a web-based configuration. Okay, once you log in, once you enter the correct IP address, you will see this interface. What you need to do, you need to go to the system and type the host name. Let's say that you are in port number 2 or port number 3. You're gonna name this SIP phone 3. If you are in port number 1, you're gonna type SIP phone 2. Okay. The extension, okay, then you are going to enter Linksys phone's information. Okay, some of the IP phone, they have 2 or 3 line. Okay, so pretend that you have only 1 line, so you're gonna put extension 1 and put the name here X002. Okay, or X003, for example. You substitute X with your port number. If you are in port 2, so you are going to put short name 2002. Then here you can put another extension. For example, extension number 2, you're gonna put 2003. And then if you're gonna put another one, you can put 2004, for example. Okay. Otherwise, you can disable the extension. Then you only use one key, which is extension 1. You put 2002. Okay. Then after that, you need to go to X, right? On the X, extension 1. See, if you have 2 extensions, you're also going to configure the second extension. But in this case, we're only going to use 1. Okay. You need to enter this proxy number here. Do you see this proxy number? So you can put this as port 2.wickets. Okay, where X is your port number. So if you are in port 3, you're gonna put port 3.wickets. You can also put this as an IP address. You can put the IP address of the BRekeke server. So if your BRekeke server IP address, for example, 192.168.1 101, then you need to put IP address instead of this port 3.wickets. Okay, if you don't have the DNS configured correctly, then you are not able to use this port 3.wickets. You have to use the IP address. The rest of the information you need to fill it out according to the specification, and then on the display you're gonna put X002. So if you are in the port 2, you put 2002 and then user ID 2002, password is ARG, authorization ID is 2X002. So maybe you can put 2002. Okay. The next thing that I'm gonna mention is a dialing plan. This is a little bit tricky here, so you have to understand here. If you are in the extension 2 and then you want to be able to dial extension 3, you have to put bracket here 2-3 XXX. That means you can dial 2001, 2002, 2003, and you also can dial 3001, 3002, 3003, 3004. So if you want to dial to another extension, for example 4000 extension, so you need to put 2-4. Okay. Similarly with this one, this is to dial out. Normally when you want to dial out, you have to dial 9 or you have to dial 8. Okay, so be careful with the dialing plan, because if you don't configure the dial plan correctly, then you will not be able to get out. I would suggest you just leave it as X here, so you can dial to any other extension. So the dial plan will be XXXX, there are 4. Here also, instead of 223, you can put 8XXXX. So you can dial to 1000 extension, 2000 extension, 3000 extension, and 4000 extension. Similarly with that, I think that's one of the most important configuration for the dial plan. Okay, going back here, once you finish that, you can click submit all changes and your phone is ready to go. Just make sure that after you reboot the system or you reboot the computer, your SIP phone, your phone should be able to register. For example, in this case, if you go to the SIP server BRekeke, notice that the user is 3002 is registered and the phone is called SPA942. You see that? This one is for the X-Lite, which is the soft phone. You see X-Lite, this is the soft phone, which is 3001 extension. And this is the analog one, Linksys SPA2102, 30023. So once all the phone register to the SIP server, so any of this phone can make call each other. Okay, remember we are in the local area network here, which is in the 3000 extension. Okay, if you want to dial outside that, we need to configure the instructor pod. Okay, but for the purpose of this lab exercise, student only configure the local pod. Okay, if student have not watched my previous video, they should watch the previous video first in order to understand this one. Okay. What else here that I want to say? Okay, I think that's basically about it. After you configure your DHCP, DNS, routing protocol, then this is the last part. Usually you configure the SIP phone. Okay, hopefully this video is informative to you and helpful to you. Again, student will not be able to configure this, but however I just show it to you so you will understand, since you don't have the IP phone. Thank you.